that was different, or are you okay with like the separation right now?
I think we're okay.
If a woman goes to medical school, is she still expected to stay home and care for the family?
It's so. Can I answer?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, if a woman goes to medical school, is she still expected to stay home and care for the family?
Actually, no, because if she is graduated from medical school, she has the right to work. But if her family let her choose from staying at home and working, is her own choice. I'd like to add something that women have more chance in getting to medical school than men, because all women gotta do is stay at home and study, but men have to go and work. So I think Mr. agree with me that most of your students are girls, medical students, and most of their graduates are girls, more than boys. The percentage is more than boys.
Because they're smarter.
Okay.
Does everyone agree with that?
And do women in Iraq, do they have the opportunity to vote?
Yes, of course they have. It's the last election, most of the women voted, and they have all the right to vote, just as same as men.
Okay.
Do most women take advantage of that right, or do a lot of women vote?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. Do a lot of women take advantage of the right to vote, or would some of them rather not vote, or do they just not vote?
يعني هم
هل يستفادون من هذا التصويت بالانتخابات؟ لا، يستفادون من هذا الانتخاب من يصوتون، أكو فائدة تعود لهم ولا لا؟
I think it's their choice. It's their choice to vote. I don't think there is a problem with that.
Is there a difference between what girls learn at a girls' school and what boys learn at a boys' school?
مدارس الولد ومدارس البنات؟
No, there's actually they're the exact same, but we have special books like in junior, but they're not very important. They teach the boys how to like electronic stuff and stuff like that, and they teach the girls how to take care of the children or something like that from the beginning.
If a boy wanted to stay home, or a man wanted to stay home and take care of the family, would that be socially acceptable, or it's okay with everyone?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, this is his choice, and even for a woman, it's his choice. Have choice to stay at home or go out and work. They are both there, have the choice to do it. But most our culture that women stay at home and take care of the children while the man go out and work, because he is more capable of doing it more than the women. But still, there are many women who are doctors now, who are nurses, who are teachers, who are engineers, who are everything in our future, and they are even drive cars and almost the same.
Can I add something?
Can I ask something? In the Quran, there is a lot of conditions that asks the adjustments between the women and between the men and women. So, what's the source, the exact source of all the rights in your civilization?
Did you understand that?
No.
Could you repeat that question, please?
In our civilization, Al-Quran is the source of all adjustment between the women and men. So, what is the source, the exact source of the rights and adjustment between the men and women in your civilization?
Okay, you say the Quran is the source of the rules between
Yes.
men and women.
Yes.
So what is our source?
Yes.
In our society, what is our source?
A lot of it really comes from the people, like the suffrage movement, which gave women, the right to vote and sort of demonstrated that women wanted more rights. Really, a lot of it came from the people and demonstrating that they wanted the rights and then really fighting for the rights. And then the government and obviously people voted on it to, give women more rights and sort of to increase how socially acceptable it is for women to, go out and work or to vote or things like that.
I think more directly what you're asking is we don't have, I guess you can find women's rights in the law book. There's no real document which says, well, there might be. I think it's just embodied in our law system. Women have the right to vote, to do all sorts of things. So we don't really have like a religious document which tells us the rights.
Our religion is separate from our government.
Yeah, so
Completely.
our government, our laws aren't necessarily determined by religion. They're determined by the people. And so, we have many different religions and cultures. America is a really, really diverse country. So there isn't, one religious book or even one religion, any type of rule like that, that really dictates what our government does or our laws that we make or anything like that.
I think a lot of times women grow up, and men grow up understanding the roles of men and women based on what their parents' roles are. And then as they go through school, they sort of come to see, well, do I maybe want to have a role that's different from my mother? Maybe do I want to have a job if my mother was a stay-at-home mom? And then I think a lot also comes down to individual people's religions, since we don't have one religion that's tied into our government. It's whatever you grow up in your family seeing and believing.
So, as a younger generation of men and women, do you see your future plans fitting into gender roles that are currently, what your family does, or do you ever see yourself kind of changing anything or breaking away from it a little bit?
It's that. We have some people living in Canada and America and, European and American countries. They're usually the ones that break the laws. But here, they're all Muslims and our culture is just one, so practically nobody breaks the law, but there are some people that do break the law.
Last year, when I did this, I did the same thing last year with you guys, with the boys of the class, I think. And they said it was difficult to get a visa or a green card to go to the United States. Is it the same amount of difficulty for boys and women, or is there, is it easier for men to get the visas or women to get it, or is it just difficult for everyone equally?
It's actually difficult for everyone equally, as you said. I'd like to add that the law doesn't distinguish between men and women. It's just like your law, but our religion distinguishes between them. Because in Iraq we have multiple religions and cultures. We have Muslims and Christians and other religions. So the law doesn't distinguish between men and women and other religions. So just our religion is the one who distinguishes. Yes.
And now that the American troops have recently exited Iraq, do you think, I don't know if it's been enough time for you to notice any change, but do you think now it's easier for Iraqis to enter the United States, or do you think it'll be just as difficult?
It is a big change from now what's had been before by 4 years, 5 years. There is a big change in the women's rights, men's rights, and all the other things in our life that have changed in these 3 years. I mean that many things have entered to us that.
Topics, please, to my email.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
الاشرف.
Thank you very much. It was very, very nice meeting you all, and we'll see you again on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good?
Bye.
I say bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. It was so nice meeting you all.
Thank you.